All right. Hey Josh, Gage here from Don Brady Consulting, taking you the quick video of the 2012 Charger SXT that we've been talking about. So this is where I'm going to get you a real close, in-depth look. I want you to know everything I can possibly share with you on the car before we transport and do all those things, because the last thing I want to have happen is there to be surprises. So just start up front, and I'm sure a lot of this stuff is visible in the pictures, but just want to point out we have, looks like maybe a clear coat defect or maybe some previous damage but caused the paint to come up there. Got some curb rash on both corners of the lower valance, some small chips, bumps and bruises. See, the tires have really good tread. I took the car out for a drive just because it's been sitting with the windshield that kind of made it undrivable. So a little bit of a pulsation coming from the brakes, could just be from them sitting for a little bit, but I'm going to get a chance to drive it a little bit more, and then also see if maybe the tires need balanced when I take it up to Monroe later. So I'll definitely be able to get confirmation. Did notice a slight clunk in the front end, just going over a few little small bumps. If I had to guess, I would probably say sway links possibly. Used to work for Fairway Ford as a mechanic, and then spent some time writing service for Kufleitner, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and then Ken Gamley, Kia, Boardman. And one thing I would like to point out, it does seem like maybe some of the back end of the car had some paint work done previously, because it does seem a little bit different than the doors. Now open up the trunk. So nice and deep, can definitely fit plenty of dead bodies back here if you're into that type of thing. Got battery, spare tire, lights back here. You have a utility cargo hook. This actually can support 50 pounds, so just food for thought. Backup camera. You can see they're drilled and slotted rotors on the rear. And these look like they may need to be replaced soon. That probably is the source of that pulsation that I was feeling. Feel it right about 50 to 60 miles an hour. Drilled and slotted rotors. Never been a fan of those for everyday drivers just because they're not serviceable. But if you like the performance, I would definitely recommend doing just the slotted rotors. You can still machine them, but if you get drilled and slotted rotors, they can't remachine the rotor, so it's basically a single use. So if you're interested in, possibly upgrading the brakes, and you're thinking, oh, maybe I'll put what they had on there before, I would personally highly advise it. Typically, drilled and slotted rotors are good if you're planning on taking it autocrossing or doing some kind of hot laps where you're not really worried about how long your brakes are going to work. You're more so worried about how they're going to perform when you need them. So that would be my one advice that I could offer you. Some more light scratches. And again, the whole point of this video is just to make sure that there's no surprises and that you have a really good idea what the car's going to look like when you get it. So obviously inside still needs a pretty good cleaning. I'll do my best to get it all nice and spruced up. I kind of wanted to wait until they did the windshield because I know it creates a pretty good mess. So there was like some weird stains on the carpet and I wanted to point out. Center console, the mechanism that you use to latch and pull up, looks like it's missing, so it doesn't latch. But you have USB port and aux port inside the center console. There is supposed to be a little cover plate here. That's where you would access to put the vehicle in neutral. So it looks like maybe they had to do that at one point and forgot to put it back. So that is missing. I'm sorry for all the repeated views, but I try to make these really, really thorough when we work with folks, having cars shipped, doing paperwork online, all those things. So the seat's still in good shape, nice and comfortable, a little bit worn. I'm gonna hop in here. Starts right up, sounds really good. Definitely have to stop at the gas station before I head over to Monroe's. And good. So the tire lights were on, those did go out, so I know that the TPMS sensors work properly. So that is good. You can see key fob battery is a little low. And I did take a separate video, so if it doesn't pop up, I can send you that one. But I did notice the first time when I put this in reverse, pulling out of the garage. Okay, see, now it's working. So earlier when I went to go back up, it was blank, and I was like, So I got out, turned it off, back on, and then it started like strobing. So it did that for a brief few moments. I put it in park, back in reverse, and it seemed to be working again. And oh, there it goes. Here we go. So this is the first time that I have noticed this. So I do have, you know, some more information that I can provide you with on how to handle this situation in the future. So don't let that deter you, because there's still something that we can do about that. So if anything you would like to see clear, again, I know a little messy right now, but like I said, wanted to wait for the windshield guy to get done with the windshield, because there's little pieces of glass and stuff everywhere. So but they did replace the dome light with a blue LED, something I thought was worth mentioning. Back in the park. But yeah, so if you have any questions, if there's anything that you couldn't quite hear me explain through the video, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. 330-281-3756. Thanks.